That wasn't a goddamn note. I want you to play, Presley. You gotta get your shit together.
He's getting to be a handful.
I try. I just try. Tonight I'm not doing the headphones and I'm not doing the mic, Charles. How do I sound?
Sound good. It is working out great. It is working out great.
Well, I gave up on it.
Yeah. Well, welcome everybody. It is Friday night, 8 o'clock. That can only mean one thing: Guitar Safari with Charles and Seth. Thank you for being with us. Seth, what do you see? What do you say we go ahead and check out who's in our chat?
Hold on. Let's first hit up our sponsor. LaCroix. Spiked bubbly water. Might make you crazy. Might be poison. Let's try it. No, actually, I'm not dead, Charles. I'm good. All right, let's go. Who's on board with us?
So who's on board with us is Herb of Fireside Studios. He was first in, as always. And as always, he posts our link on Facebook every Friday for us and gets us a couple more views. And we appreciate that. He is followed by Unfucking Believable.
What is happening?
And hello there. And Patrick Trites has made his way in, wishing say good day, and happy Friday, everyone.
Good day, PT.
And we've got Paul McNary saying hello to Sherman, saying hello to Seth. He is having a good night. No mention of the cats, though. No mention of the cats.
I'm petting them regardless.
So we've got Cushman NYC in the house.
Well, can we pause at Cushman?
Yep.
I need to say thank you to Cushman, who came on board for one of my many lives that I've been doing lately. And he was there to help me because I've been trying to figure out, like I was telling you, Charles, how to go live straight onto YouTube versus through StreamYard. They put you in this streaming circuit of people that just check you out, like flipping the page.
Right.
So in trying to do that, but I wanted to use my Spark amp and I wanted to use my microphone. But anyway, trying to hook that all up was the first time I tried it. I realized that it was not working at all, and so there I was playing with no audio. And then the second time in, Cushman was there to help me through it. So now I know it can be done. So that's So thank you to Cush.
Well, that's what I say. You gotta love this community and the way it bands together when somebody needs something, right?
Bands together. I like how you did that, Charles.
I think I've been hanging out with you too long. It's just like when you
yell in a room and you can hear all your guitars will resonate. Just yell in your room. Go, ha!
Ah!
You can hear all the guitars resonate, can't you?
Yeah, just a little bit. All right, so we also got Wayne McConnell in the chat saying hello, hi friends.
What up?
We've got Big Wave Dave saying hello to everybody. Let's see, and then we got everybody that was already in talking to each other. Hey, we got Eddie Fay in the chat. Eddie Fay says he's pretty sure the right answer is fabric finish. A few glossy layers and some smooth finish.
That was a loaded question, right? He knew that right off the top.
There was no setup there, Eddie Fay, really, honestly.
Yeah.
Let's see. Our music-in-law, Ryan Hall, in the chat.
What up, homie?
And we also have Fireside Ambience.
What is Herb double watching? He's
double watching. Yeah, he is.
He's like a keyboard player in the 80s.
That's how much Herb loves us. He's watching us twice at the same time, which is awesome.
That's great.
Let's see. We've got McCall Music in the chat. Hello there, my friend.
What is up, McConnell Music?
We've got Symmetry here in the chat. Hello, my friend. Appreciate you. We've got Michael Krause saying, here we go.
What up, Michael?
And we have GTR 1952. Gary is in the chat with us. Hello there, Gary.
What is going on?
Big, huge thank you to OU812 who allowed Charles Green to unbox his Motley Crue fabric top guitar on his channel last night. It was a lot of fun. Really appreciated that. So thank you. and welcome in. And we got our buddy Ben Coombs in the chat as well. Hello there, brother Ben.
What's happening, dude?
Let's see. Guitar Man 45 saying hello to both Charles and Seth. Hello there. And of course, we've got William De Silva in the chat with us.
Whew, thank you.
Someone decided that it was going to be a good idea to print one in the middle of my show.
What the kind of dump truck reverse printer do you own? I mean, Christ, that sounds like 6 a.m. on trash day. And then you know that your neighbor drinks a lot of wine because it's like clang, 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 clang. You're like, holy shit, what are they drinking?
We have our buddy William Silva here in the chat. Hello there, brother William.
What is happening, William De Silva?
And to say, Hip Metal Works, Ken is with us from the West Coast there.
Broke my hip. I didn't slip. I didn't trip because I broke my hip, but I got right up. I said, pass me a cup, and that was enough. What's up, hip?
There you go.
Yeah.
And Randy Crooks is here with us. Appreciate you being here, Randy.
Good. And then I just
he says he has had all of the above listed, and he loves them all. So he loves all the finishes, apparently.
Yep. I get it.
All right. And we've got R2, R3 Rocking Nut. Hello there, my friend. Appreciate you.
Oh, hold on. I got no microphone. R2, R3, Locking Nuts. All right. That's the best I can.
Okay. And we've got Martian Murray in the chat saying good evening to all.
What's happening, Martian Murray?
Let's see.
Oh, you crew. Oh, that's new.
Keith H has slid in with us.
What up,
as
Keith?
well.
What up?
And hello there, buddy. And of course, the whole the OU crew is there with us as well. I appreciate that.
Tone wood? I tone wouldn't. Tone wouldn't.
And we got BC Rich with us as well.
Doop, biddly bop, doobie 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 dip bop, BC Rich. Yeah.
Now, Seth, what I'm going to do here is now I'm going to go back to the comments that were in the chat that were already answering.
Yes.
That we're already answering the question because I think it's worth the thing, and I'm going to pause after each one in case you want to comment on them.
Gotcha.
Okay, and so Herb of Fireside Studio says, "What finish gets his motor running?" Well, a Motley Crue T-shirt slapped on a Kramer Beretta, and now that's the bomb. So,
oh well, sounds like he's got something in mind.
Yeah. So Charles Green, received his guitar yesterday, and like I said, the OU812 crew was nice enough to let him go ahead and unbox it on the channel live last night. So,
wicked nice.
Yeah, appreciated that.
So we've only seen the beginning video on your channel, but if we want to see the finished product, a sneak peek.
If you want to see if you just can't wait. If you just can't wait for me to show the other videos,
but is it the whole guitar that is done, or is it just the body that's done?
I did the body and the headstock for him. He's going to go ahead and do the rest of the build.
Yeah.
He's got it all spec'd out the way he wants it. It's going to be beautiful when he finishes. And so I just can't wait till he gets there because I want to see it all together. So. That being said, now Cushman says he loves a Nitro burst fender style, and I can be on board with that. I'm a big fan of the burst, and and I get that honest wear of the Nitro over time, sure.
Mm-hmm. The honest wear of the Nitro, and if it's a high gloss Nitro, you get the checking, like Gibsons are more famous for, but thick. Fenders. The Nitro ones definitely check out and they look cool.
And he also loves the Beat the Crap Butterscotch Stratocaster, right?
Oh, yeah, the ones, no. So I think you're thinking ones that were white and they got yellow over time.
They're like the Arctic White, and they turn butterscotch
They
over time.
sell, because butterscotch is like a Telecaster see-through color, where the wood is kind of butterscotch colored, and then it has a thick poly on it. But I know what he's talking about because I have one right here. I've got one right here.
And Wayne has been just ripping on his V tonight, and it's a kind of flat maroon satin color. It's not his favorite color, but he does love the guitar. It's got a black pickup with a Bixby as well.
I think this is what he was talking about, Charles.
Yeah.
Kind of yellowy eggshell, but like maybe really actually worn down.
Mm-hmm.
Really beat down. But yeah. So I think I know. I think that's what he was kind of talking about.
Yeah, for sure. And of course, Chris Mann was saying he loves the Bixby as well.
But that is that's a poly finish. That is not nitro on that.
Mm-hmm. And Wayne says, but it's not as cool as the '69 Mustang that he just got.
The '69 Mustang, I imagine, is amazing. Probably some of those pickups are so good. Those early Fender single coil pickups, if it's the real deal, they're so clear, chimey.
Oh yeah, and that is competition burgundy, which is now kind of turned green.
Nice.
It was a pawn shop find, yeah.
Yeah. Nice. I mean, that is fantastic. I love the fact that when that moment came, you were able to pull the trigger and do it. And it wasn't like, oh, I saw this deal and I couldn't because of blah, blah, blah. You know, that's so great. Dude, Cushman, thank you. You get a shout out, Cush, for like being there for a homie. Because you'd be surprised. Sometimes I'll have in the live streams that are funny because I'll have 25 people in there randomly, and only 3 of them are my homies that are actually chatting. Some people have seen, like Wayne McConnell's been in there, and there's new people, Charles, which is funny. So hopefully we'll get them coming here too. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. 8 o'clock means Quentin is live as well. That's all right. The more the merrier, right?
Yeah, man. I mean, Quentin is doing his thing, kind of like I am just going random all the time. I feel you. But you know, for the most part, Charles has always been very hyper vigilant about being a stickler about not toe stepping when it comes to internet times for especially Guitar Safari, and I think also chatting with Charles is a really thought out, pre-planned, determined, not in anyone's zone. Right? Are we?
Yeah, no, we have made a conscious effort to be on at a time where I don't think that anyone else that typically would be in our audience would be wanting to go. We're not cutting somebody off at the pass.
Yeah. And so hopefully some folks that are here will all overflow over to Quentin's channel when we're done to hang out there if they're still hanging out, like, you know, aren't ready to kick it in for the evening, go right over there and hang out. So that's cool. Anyway, that's what I would do.
And so, announcement for Herb: he's got 273 subscribers on his main channel, and 250 of them are his accounts.
Come on,
I love it.
I had a groundbreaking territory this week. I broke 300. I'm at 304, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm on my march to 400. So that was crazy how fast it came from my award, which I have right up here. I could show my first YouTube award, the paper one, for 144 subscribers. And now we're more than double that. So that's
wow.
Great.
There you go.
I mean, come on.
So BC Rich 581 says he can't really get behind all the debate over Nitro versus Poly. He has both, and he doesn't find either one better, just a bit different. And, you know, I kind of get what a lot of the Nitro guys are like, because you do get that natural relicing with age, that happens, and the color changes, and with poly it kind of sets and just does its own thing.
Why even bother, Charles? Why even bother with any finish? Just give me glued together freaking 2x4s and I'm good to go. That's all we're doing from now on.
Sounds like a list.
But look, this one I used a jointer, so look, it's better.
Oh yeah.
But this one I think will be Nitro finish on it instead of finishing it with the gunstock oil, like the 2x4 caster.
Well, I'm looking forward to see this come together.
Well, it's together. This is together, Charles. This is it.
I'm looking forward to it taking its shape.
All you gotta do left is intonate it. You just gotta set the intonation on it, and that's about it. It's almost done.
Oh,
that's the. If you never heard of.
Now that's a barn caster. Then.
Right? Oh, your guitar? Oh, I'm looking at it now. He was looking at this. I'm looking at it now. It's almost done.
Well, BC Rich says, more a list of colors that he can't do. Anything crazy bright, in categories of greens and yellows, not necessarily his favorites, right?
Right. I don't think I would ever do something that's highly decorated. I don't like a tree of life on my fretboard, really. I don't like over ornate. I don't like over ornate unless it's some stuff looks cool. But mostly no, don't overdo it.
And Ben is being very specific here. He says he likes the finishes he likes and doesn't care for the finishes he dislikes.
Ben is being accurate and honest. I like what I like. And then again, I don't like what I don't like. But I tried to have all of the finishes represented behind me at one time, right? So I tried to have this, which would be one of your options. No finish at all. Zero finish. Chunk of wood. I have behind me, we have this is poly, nitro. This is gunstock oil, which I'll pull it down. And then these two are both nitro, thin skin nitro.
Nice.
Which are all kind of different. Everything has its own different vibe. Which one do I kind of like the most at this point in time? I like the thin skin nitro the most.
Bo says at this rate, Charles will never have time for his guitar. Bo, I've got all the time in the world for you. You get put the front line, so you just drop in the mail. We'll take care of you.
Hold on. It's somebody's. Happy birthday to Josh. Happy birthday to Josh. Happy motherfucking birthday to Josh Tenberg. Happy birthday to Josh.
Yes, happy birthday to our friend Josh. And certainly hope that Johnny Shane had a good birthday the other day as well.
Oh, should we do it all over again for Johnny Shane? I'm sorry, I won't do that. I was just thinking how people be like, I'm never saying it's my birthday again. That's
exactly what's going through everybody's mind right now. Ryan says he likes all the finishes, so he needs one of each.
Totally. That's what I was just pointing out.
He's got a plan. And of course, Rico B said, "Hey now, hello there, Rico B."
Rico. World traveling Rico B in the house. What up, my man? Sorry.
So Michael Kraus just has to drop the bomb in the room, and he says, as long as the finish is appropriate to the guitar, it's good. No hydro dip 335s or sunburst BC Riches, please.
Good point. So it's just thin skin Nitro. Easy peasy.
Those did come out rather nice.
When the more he plays it in the spots where he really plays it in and has his arm, it'll start to gloss out and the sparkles come out more. If I would have taken the time to really buff it, it would be a lot more sparkly. But I didn't want to mess with it, and I didn't want to blow it because I'm not good at it. I'm going to let it go so he have something to play and then work on the next one. Buff out the next one to a more of a gloss. No crackle finish, Gretsch. Nope. Ah.
So Gary says he goes for tone and playability first, but he does like the classic tobacco sunburst if he gets a choice.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, certainly do love that. I am a sucker for a burst.
I like the classicness of a burst. I like
Oh, there, our friend Mark Taft. Welcome in, buddy.
What up, Mark Taft? What's crack-a-lackin'? So, is there a finish that if you picked up the guitar and you're kind of liking the guitar, but then you felt the finish and you're like, oh, this is way too poly or something that you just wouldn't take it?
Not really, because if I really just don't like a finish on a guitar, I could change it. You
could, but I always think that it's so I always weigh it takes almost more time to remove the finish off of the guitar than to start with a blank.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I mean like a blank or a two-piece blank that you buy or whatever, just a blank, and cut it out and route it. It's probably quicker because removing that finish is toxic and gnarly.
Yeah. It is. And even removing a poly finish isn't really great for you. And, you know, if you're going to do that stuff, mask up and protect yourself.
Ooh.
For sure. McCollum Music, he says he's easy to please. Black stain, no fret markers, and open pour, no finish.
Nice. I like that.
And right, Ben says, no crackle finish on the Gretsch. Nope, doesn't belong here.
Crackle finish on the Gretsch, why not? Crackle it up. Crackle time.
But Josh says he would take a flaked Gretsch hollow body. No.
Oh, like a big sparkle flake. You know, what's funny is I have this Kramer that I got a long time ago that really you wouldn't think this, but this is like a cheap. This is made over. I'm pretty sure it's made overseas, probably Korea Kramer, but it's old as hell. But so that headstock, right? Mm-hmm. And it's got a burst body. Who'd have thought, right? Like a burst on a...
Yeah.
But it's a broken headstock that was repaired. But at least it broke above that tuning peg, but it came together okay, not perfect. But yeah, cool old Kramer.
Hope Rody said he was a bit of a Robert Ryman thing, so he loves all the white guitars. And Wayne McConnell he loves the red candy on his telly and pink paisley on another one he's got. You can see that.
Right. Totally.
So Seth, Jeff is asking, what is that orange sparkle finish on that S-style guitar that you made? It reminds him of the KWS Strat with lipstick pickups.
It is poly, just poly and big flake sparkle. And I didn't make it, but that's what it is. Poly, big flake sparkle guitar fetish body. It's just a little over $100 if you're in the States, plus shipping. But a lot more if you're out of the States, apparently.
And Herb says, Charles, I think there's something to be said for all those one-offs from the 80s hair metal scene, right? The graphics guitars that were so cool at the time because, you know, they hadn't really been done before, right? So they were unique.
Yeah.
And I love that when a guitar is unique, right? It's not everybody next to you isn't going to have the same guitar. I'll always love that.
Yeah, I busted out my carbon and was working on it. That was one of the lives, just putting new strings on it. That guitar is amazing and unique, and it just needs to be played. So I wasn't going to let it just sit in the closet. So coming back out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was kind of thinking about this, and what finishes do I really prefer, right? And so, like I said, I love the bursts, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of partial to fabric tops.
Oh yeah, well,
and because I spent the amount of time that I spend when I do a fabric top, I really want a poly finish. I want it protected, right? I don't want something that's going to wear and age and crack, and
Well, poly will crack.
Well, yeah, if you don't treat it right, but
so if you treat nitro right, it won't crack either. Really, you're probably going to get checking unless you're really careful with it, but it's not going to crack unless there's, you know what I mean. I think you should do one with nitro just to do one with nitro. You know what I mean? Just to do it, just to see how nitro reacts with the cloth, right? Maybe might buff back a little bit easier because nitro. I'll tell you this much: sometimes when you're fighting back on micro scratches and stuff that drives the perfectionist crazy, nitro's better in that because you can just it absorbs within to the next layer rather than sitting on top of the next layer.
Yeah.
What up, Zach?
Hey, Zach, how you doing here, buddy? Yeah, and that is a real definite advantage of working with a nitro is that it builds upon it, right? It actually fits in and fills in, and the poly doesn't. It's like one layer on top of another, and yeah.
If you do end up having damage on a nitro finish, you have more ways to go to fix it, right? You can, if you got a chip. I've seen hundreds and hundreds, literally maybe even almost 1,000 guitars that had a chip finish or a nick or a ding or a dent finish repair done to it. I didn't do it myself, but I saw it done by the master. And I dabble on my own, but I'm just not that great at it. Not as good as him anyway. Maybe I hold myself to too high of a standard. Anyway, it's an intricate thing to do and difficult to do, but on a nitro finishes, you can really achieve level of stuff that you're like, I can't even see anything. Like I can't tell if there was anything. So.
And with the poly, you are relegated to a super glue drop fill and hope you can match the color underneath before you do it, right?
Yeah. Yep. Although they're getting better now, they've got a few different mixes and stuff that give you a predetermined base color to kind of work from, and you can mix in from there. That are good for the drop fills on poly. But I don't mess with that. I would rather just if you ding your poly guitar, you're on your way to your first relic, my friend.
Yeah.
Live with it.
As character at that point, yeah.
Yeah. Live with it. Suck it up. I used to tell people that all the time. Sometimes you have to just it's a consult to just like hear somebody else tell you like, look, man, did you do that ding? Then suck it up, live with it.
So Seth, what is your favorite finish? If you had to choose, is there a favorite, combination of finish and color or style? Like, for example, like I said, I really like the burst. I like the fabric tops. I like a quilt or a what's the other one? Quilt or
burl.
Or burl, or you can do there's another flame, right? Yeah, flame, right. Yeah. But I don't need that, right? I won't necessarily go buy a guitar because it's quilt or flamed or whatever. But I will. I am drawn to a hollow body with a burst, right? I am drawn to a Strat with a burst, So, I'll look at the other ones and I'm like, oh, that's nice, but I don't have to have it necessarily.
The few guitars that I've lusted after lately, with the exception of Parker's, have all been pretty much carvings, and they've all been either heavily flamed or heavily quilted or heavily spalted. And I don't normally fall in love with that. I have one guitar that has been at my mom's house forever. It was in my dad's collection. It's called a Maneric Goddess, and I'll introduce it to the channel here in a couple of weeks. My mom just texted me today, as a matter of fact, saying, "Hey, this guitar," and she wants me to refinish her husband's, my stepdad Nick's 1950 something Gibson freaking Melody Maker.
Oh wow.
But it's so molested that I almost don't mind, because it's like cut up and like all kinds of stuff was done to it. So I kind of don't mind taking it down to the wood and trying to refinish it for him. But I'm going to take it over to Joe Zahn and talk to Joe before I do anything and see what Joe says.
Well, Patrick writes he loves his plain top bursts. And Wayne says, if you look for tips on how to relic a guitar, just go ahead and loan it to a drunk person. Guaranteed.
Yes. Or give it to a kid. Let a teenager trying to relic. We talked about relicking Priuses by letting your teenagers drive them.
And Herb is here with a public service announcement saying if you ding your poly too much, you'll go blind.
Yes. That's if you, you know what I mean? That's what I've heard is if you ding your poly. I've been dinging my poly too much. Here's just gunstock oil. Just wood with one little coat so that it has a sheen.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty bad on that joining. See what I was telling you about how much better joining is?
Yeah.
But it almost looks kind of more rustic, like an old fence, kind of. If I fill in, so you can see those glue bubbles.
Oh yeah, this is really that whole Barncaster
vibe
to it. Yeah,
look at tune. Right? Come on, 2x4. I guess
I love that you just did it. Right? I love that you just did it, and I want to see. I want to try this one.
Guess who's doing it now and doing a full series on it that they're going to show the step by step.
Who is that?
Texas Toast Guitars.
There you go.
I don't know where they got that idea from, but now they're doing 2x4.
You're doing research on your channel, obviously.
Nah, maybe if they have been watching my channel, that would be amazing because they would be learning a lot.
Rico B, the favorite finishes is the telly here behind me, right? The Pennington Skulls telly. That fabric was just phenomenal. When I saw it, I knew I just had to do a guitar with that finish.
It represents the fact that he's a Satan lover, and basically,
you promised not to tell.
Oh, not Satan. I mean, I'm sorry, you're not a Satan lover. Have you ever heard the band Venom?
Mm-hmm.
Venom. Have you heard them?
I've heard of them. I haven't heard them.
They are the most satanic. They're almost laughably satanic to where you're like, this is like kabuki. It's too much. But yeah, when I was a kid, we listened to Venom.
Well, Ben's saying if he had to choose a color, he would spray candy apple red, and he sold.
Nice.
There's something nice about a candy apple red guitar, whether it be a Strat, whether it be a Gretsch, whether it be even if it's a Gibson, it works. It's the same reason why we love candy apple red cars, right? It just works.
It's an easy go. It's like you're gonna love it.
And Gary says he'd like to find a candy apple red telly body for a Tom Petty tribute guitar. That sounds like a fun project.
Yeah. Last time I was at a Guitar Fetish, they were sold out of the double bound candy apple reds. They were out of them.
Yeah, that is one that goes out quickly.
Mm-hmm. I considered building one to do kind of a matchup of what Tony did on Addicted to Gear channel and have a matching one like his, but I skipped it. I built something else. I think that was when I built that green sparkle telly that sold immediately. I need to do another green sparkle guitar, apparently. Sparkle finishes are heavy, though. The sparkle poly finishes are kind of heavy.
Yeah, hello there, Mesa Guitar Guy. Welcome in.
What is up, Mesa? I don't like heavy guitar finishes. I don't like super thick finishes. I'm starting to get into. Have never had a guitar that was just other than this 2x4 caster is the first one I've had that's just raw wood with just a roll on it. And I got to say that letting the wood breathe and not have a finish on it or having very little on top of the wood, there's something to that.
In what way?
That when you dip something in a thick eggshell, full of poly, you now change the vibration qualities of the wood. It's still going to vibrate and it's still good, but now you got the wood that is the real resonance. What is it? The beginning point, the epicenter of where the resonance starts is in the wood, and then it's hitting this secondary layer that's real thick, right? So that is, and it's not a big deal because we're all talking about the waves that are coming out that are going to go to the pickups anyway. And the waves that are in the guitar that don't really matter because what's coming through your amp is the signal from the string generated to the pickup. So really, how much is the vibration of your guitar coming in to that point? But
so anything, maybe Seth likes that natural gun stock, type finish then.
Maybe I'm getting into it, right? I'm going to do this other guitar here at the other 2x4 dealio. I think I'm going to do a 2x4 Mustang style. Try to make my own shape of it, my own something. My own little kid's guitar, maybe. I have a couple of necks that are little kids' necks. I maybe do a little kid's guitar, 20-inch scale length or something.
So Bonkers was asking if I could show him the progress of the Motley Crue guitar. Well, it is done. It is in Charles Green's hands. And he unveiled it last night at the on the OU812 Crew show. But I can show you a picture of it here in the garage if you like.
Nice. Yes. Show us a picture because I haven't really seen it other than I saw the wood blank when you're pulling it out the box.
Right. And so I put out the first video on it. Probably put out another one tomorrow.
Charles, do you think you would want to try doing what I'm doing out of a blank? Oh, nice. Wicked nice. Look at that.
So that is how that project is going to end up. So join us on the journey on the channel to see how it gets there. Right.
That's super cool. I love that. Very cool. The pentagram and right in the center there is perfect. And you had the spot for it because of one pickup, right? That's great.
It was really cool. We spent a lot of time on the call figuring out how it was going to be laid out and going through different configurations, just like I had done with Unbelievables, right? Where I did 4 different ones and we picked one. This working with the t-shirt fabric was in some ways it was easier, in some ways it was more of a challenge. I was able to do some things with a t-shirt that I could never do with regular fabric. Oh, like for example, where the fabric goes over the top horns, I completely stretched it over the horns. I didn't have to cut and put a fill piece in.
Oh wow, that's great.
And so that was incredibly difficult to do, but it was possible.
Mm-hmm.
Herb says if it wasn't for getting ready to sink some big money into a studio, he'd buy a Candy Apple Red ESP or Charvel. Can't remember which one it was, but
oh, nice. Well, those will run you a nice Charvel, run you $2,800 for like a real good, top end custom shop one or top end one. It's a lot of money.
Yeah, and Holo Rody, his buddy Art has an old Ronnie Montrose cabinet that is coated with epoxy.
Whoa, yeah, all right. Well, Hobo Rody, yes, but yes. So coating your cab with epoxy, may be a good idea because then you're using that shell to encapsulate the vibrations and send them out in the trajectory that you're going for. So I like that. I like it a lot.
You want to read that one?
What? It says, I take it you're not doing the surprise car giveaway, huh? It says 50, mile per gallon, nitro finished Geo Metro on this episode based on the best answer. Oh, guess what I drove today, dude? Eddie Faye. I went down, so my car is parked down at the school all year long. I just ride my bike to and from school, even with the rain. Yeah, it's a shitload of rain. I still rode. But anyway, I went to pick it up today, and that baby started right up, and I drove it and parked it down the hill. Oh, get this, Charles. When I parked it and I left it down there, my wallet fell out of my pocket.
Oh, really?
I lost my wallet. And then a neighbor, I guess, found it and found my business card in it and called me and said, hey, I found your wallet. That's how good my little neighborhood is here.
Nice. Hello there, Dwight Bailey. Welcome in. Welcome in. Paul McNary's got a question for you. He's asking for some friends. Do you think there's a demand for cat Relic guitars?
Absolutely. Yes. You just lean them up against the cat scratchers and have them go across it. There is a market for cat related everything because cats are super cute and they're actually probably some higher level of incarnation of human beings that come back to just want to relax for one more time and be here on Earth. They're like, they come back as a cat.
There better be there better be a market for it. For as many guitar guys have cats. You realize how many guys in this community have cats?
Totally. Yeah. Well, I got 2 cats now. I don't ever talk about my cats, but they're not.
Ken asked the important question: scented or unscented?
Scented. Always scented. What's the scent? It's a mystery scent.
Or is it?
Oh, the guitar. Yeah, I send you a mystery scented guitar. What's the scent? Mystery.
Well, Ben's cat prefers the name Studio Lion.
Oh, yes, he is a studio lion, not a cat. Not a cat. He is a tone lion. And when he hears the right chord, he comes marching in. Is it a he or a she?
Ben's cat is a she.
She. She's a lioness.
Mm-hmm. So Wayne was saying, what does that tell you, Charles? What does what tell me? I'm not sure what you were referring to there.
Doesn't matter. What does that tell you? Is the question. Right? What does that tell you? Tells you anything if you don't know what. So what I was trying to ask you before was, would you be interested in doing a guitar build? I know you always have a lot on your plate, but try it from scratch by getting a piece of wood at the right thickness, joining the pieces of wood, and then doing a template and cutting it out and making a body shape and doing a body.
I think I might be willing to do that. A fellow would have to buy an additional tool, but he could do that.
What would you need?
I'd have to get at least a saber saw.
A saber saw. You mean you don't have a table saw at all? Like there's no table saw or
no, there's no table saw.
Yeah, because you can get a very small little up and down band saw kind of table saw
That would be a way to go to.
They're
A
super,
bandsaw would be a whole lot easier to cut it out on, for sure.
but a bandsaw is hardcore, right? They're hard to move. They're way big. This is just a little get you by, get you down the road, right? This actually, I did some good cutting on it. I mean, I made a bunch of headstocks on it. So,
well, Bonker says he's got 2 cats and they do know how to relic.
they do. They'll knock some shit over. Exactly. That's why you want to put your stuff up on some hangers if you got cats, for sure.
So Eddie Faye's asking, is there a market for Chaka 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 Chia finish from Reno Khan on a guitar?
Yes, of course there is. Just doing some market research for a man. Yes, of course. Is that like how they do glitter finishes? Is that something just chaka 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 chia chia chaka chaka and they're just throwing the glitter at the guitar? Because yes. A glitter swirl guitar would be cool, where you put it in like a vortex, a fan where there's a bunch of glitter swirling all around.
Paul McNary says he has a bandsaw made out of wood someone built in the 60s. Now that's cool.
Very cool.
Okay. Another thing to be jealous about. Okay. Great.
Does it have it has a foot or it has a motor that they built all the components out of wood, and then
Right. I guess the base and everything that holds the motor and, you know, in the shelf and everything is all wood.
That's cool. Yeah, it's the real deal. Mm-hmm. I got it. Dude, I am so old school, Charles. I got a tree made out of wood.
Really?
Yeah, buddy. It's an antique. Yep. Sorry. I live right near the redwood forest. I live where the Ewoks live. Like literally, the Ewoks are right over the hill from.
There you go.
That's where I live. Is where they filmed all the Ewok shit. I should go cut down. They were cutting out redwood down the hill. I should see if they left any slices down there.
Yeah.
It's hard to mill it though. It's big chunks of it. You know, I don't know how to mill it.
Yeah. Hello to Mitch Heyman. How you doing, my friend?
What the Mitch Heyman has been going on around here all night? I thought Mitch was here earlier. God.
Oh. So what is going on with all this live streaming you've been doing? I mean, you've been live streaming like a fool.
Well, because what I have noticed is to grow my channel, which has been like on a trajectory that's been growing pretty well, and I have been coming into contact with more and more people that enjoy guitar hilarity.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And just they can't stop laughing, and they're just enjoying their time. So, nobody buying guitars though. I need to sell some. But I'm dedicating my time. So I had a good friend who's way smarter than me, has done better than I have financially in life. He's told me every time I come down and I do something in the workshop, no matter what it is, go live. He said, make it to where it's just hitting a button to go live, and just people will watch whatever you do, and they'll kind of either decide that they like you or they don't like you. And I've just been doing that. So if I did a cleaning the workshop episode. I did a happy hour with my wife episode. Did you see that, Charles?
I did not. I was not available to catch that.
It's fine. It's alive. It's recorded. You're required now to go back and view it, which is funny because a lot of people are apparently digging into my life and seeing it. Mm-hmm. I get 10 times more views on these little live streams. That
I did enjoy the house tour, though.
Oh, thank you very much, man. Hallelujah. What'd you think of the place?
Oh, it's nice. Nice.
Right. And then so I'm downstairs in the guitar workshop, and then I walk up a couple levels and go to the deck, and then that's in between over to my house, which is small but nice and new. So I enjoy it.
So I heard you saying that you mentioned a swirl guitar, the one that he'd love to have, but refused to pay that kind of money for people who want. For the people who want is the Erie Desert Swirl from Jackson, and he owns a cinnamon swirl.
Nice. Yes. So here's the thing, Herb. I think that doing the swirl, like they make a film that you can buy and lay over water, and then you put an activator chemical on it, and then you dip your instrument down in. And I think that it's not as hard to do as I think that you could do it and do something cool. And you would actually print out, the printout would be swirly, and then it would just dip down in it, there's places that'll do it too, and you can just send them your guitar and they'll do it.
Wow. Yeah.
You might want to pre-spray your guitar with a pore filler or something, because if they're dipping it in water, you don't want it to soak up a shitload of water.
Mm-hmm. And Michael Krause says that Ryan from 60 Cycle Hum was talking about it and how it's all about if people like your personality and building a community. So,
thank you. Well,
yeah.
I mean, people obviously don't really like my personality, but they like the community. So that's good.
Paul, and Paul is telling us that Kiesel's done some little runs of Dip Swirls guitars as well.
Yep.
And
I actually had a Strat swirl dipped guitar that I had and sold it for you. I don't know if I showed you what I sold it for on Reverb. You drive from Texas to California and slap me. It's like $700 or something or less. It's
my
stupid. But that was like 4 years ago. But come on.
Hello there, Sadie Lamp Duo. Welcome in.
What up, Sadie? Ain't being shady. Sadie, Lamp Duo. Oh, what the screw? Oh, all right. I give up. I retire.
So Mesa Guitar Guy says, do you know any material that is black with bright fluorescent colors and shapes? Thinking I might go in that direction for his gem copy. We could certainly look. Yeah, that is there is all kinds of stuff out there. So if you want like a black base with bright iridescent colors on it, fluorescent colors on it with colors and shapes, that is something that I think there is stuff out there.
So here's what I was thinking, Charles.
Hey.
Uh-oh.
You got a fan.
Uh-oh. Hola.
Hello.
She's home.
Hello there, Sarah.
I'm so lucky. She's so beautiful and wonderful. So I lost my train of thought. No, here's what I'm thinking. If we take the laser engraver, you take the body, you get your design, you laser engrave, you make it deep enough, like I could set it at a different temperature and for a couple more passes to make the engraving deep enough in, then you could mix up. They make a glow in the dark, like little paste, like it's almost like a super glue kind of paste, in different colors, blue, green, purple, all these different colors. So you could take that glow in the dark, lay it into the inlay in whatever design that you've laser engraved, let it dry, let it cure, go back, sand it down flat, buff it down to where it's like really nice and clear, and then that would absorb light and then glow in multicolor. In the design, like I might try that because I've got access to the laser engraver, like do some kind of cool design on the back. I don't know, flower of life or something cool, just to try it.
Well, it's everything. You experiment with it. If you like it, you like it. If you don't do it again.
Right. I tried it with the Presley on the headstock, but it wasn't deep enough to accept I wanted to do glitter, and I didn't make the engraving deep enough. So I want to try that again too.
So Michael Krause says you could do the old Vernon Reed thing, multiple layers of neon paints and then sand them to random depths.
Yeah, that's cool.
And pull some of that out, yeah.
Totally. Actually, that's a really good idea. Very just light coats of like 3 different colors and then sand it down into different spots. Smart.
Thank you, Sadie Lamp Duo. We love your content as well.
Thank you very much for saying that. That's cool. Yeah. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us on Friday night, on a LaCroix Friday.
So what do you've got planned for the week? Are you going to continue to keep going live at random intervals, or are you?
You're damn hippie right I am. Damn hippie right I'm going to go live, damn hippie. Well, here's the thing. My buddy that was smart, he's a smart guy, said go live during whatever you're doing, as long as it's something that you're doing. So the other day I was making a bone nut, right? And so that was live. So I could go back and maybe cut a little bit piece and part out of there. Also, I'm learning too, like what angle to have as I'm going live. The fact that I can go live now, I figured out today how to do it better on my laptop. Because what I'd like to do is like a call-in segment where I have my phone number, because I can block any phone number. I'll have my phone number up on the screen that's like, call in to my phone number to chat. And it will be chat about guitars or other topics or whatever we riff on. And I might just have what was it when you would call in on the phone for advice to like
the talk line?
Yeah, like a talk line, brother. A guitar talk line. Oh, I can't get my string off of my. And then either I'll be like really helpful or I'll just be very, very brutal with that. Oh, well, you shouldn't be playing guitar anyway. You're too stupid. Give it up. Yeah.
Well, so we'll everybody keep your eye out for Seth going live. You never know when he's going to do it.
Well, yeah, but I'll still probably do Wednesdays on the normal time. My Wednesday playing some Presleys. So,
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I am going to release a video in the morning tomorrow doing the headstock on the Charles Green guitar.
Oh, nice. Great.
That came together. And this Sunday, I have Scott Brockway as my Father's Day guest.
Nice.
And so we will be talking about his guitar journey. Really looking forward to that.
Oh, Scott Brockway is going to be fun. Sadie, my channel is called Presley California Customs. If you wanted to go there and like and subscribe, smash that like button, everybody. No, hey, we've got how many? We've only got 32 watchers, and we somehow have 742 likes. So this is amazing. We appreciate it.
Of course. Guitar Man 45 says he is curious what Father's Day is going to bring him this year. We are too. We are too.
Yep.
We are eager to find out what comes across Guitar Man 45 this Father's Day. Josh says he's going to hit the like button like it owes him money.
Oh, nice, Josh. I appreciate it. Hey, Josh, we were talking about a headless guitar, but you already got headless guitars. Then we talked for a minute about a SG style guitar. Oh, wait, what's the Blue Mock saying? He's got a couple of nice light.
Says he's got a couple of your streams, and apparently you're not always extremely weird.
Oh, I'm different levels of weird at different times, huh, Blue Mox? That's funny. I think I'm just different energy levels at different times. When I'm hanging out with Charles, I get to be silly and high energy, and it's so much fun. Yeah. Oh, dude, Ben Jones' channel, he's been blowing up with all. I always go through and watch and like and try to comment on all of his videos that he does, his guerrilla demos. They're amazing.
His guerrilla guitar demos, yeah.
And he was sick last week, so I missed him on his lives, but I can't wait for Sunday, Monday this week.
So, yep. So we he will be going live Sunday night, and so let's all be there, support him, and let's have a good show. There, and come on back on Monday and see him again. And make sure that you stop by the OU812 crew as they do their Sunday jam tomorrow at 5 Eastern.
And if James is still trying to poach our time, go over there and hang out with him. Because
that's right. Quentin's still on. Go over there and hang out with Quentin.
Because he's a shredder. He plays really, really good. And if you see my lives come up, come and join me. But just know that it's not really. I'm figuring it out, right? I'm trying to find what's going to work the best. And I had a good friend say, just turn the camera on and everything else will figure itself out. And I've gone from, I think I was complaining to you last when I was at 273 that I couldn't hit 275. And then it just went all the way up to over 300. So I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing.
Sadie Lamb Joe says, we're SG looking for our sound.
Ah, nice.
Nice. Well, Seth, we've done
it. SG. Dude, we did an hour. It's crazy.
We did our hour. We're fun. Eddie Fay is saying, always fun. Thanks, Charles and Seth, the guitar friends. And thank you guys for another great Friday night, because this show is nothing without you being here and nothing without the community. So we appreciate you.
My channel down below is my phone number if you guys want to text me, because people here hanging out are like family. I haven't gotten to the point yet where I've had to pull my phone number off there, because anybody that's hit me up has been respectful and cool, and it's now just in the friends loop. So that's how friendly our channels are, that we're like that. So thank you, Charles, for being a spot for us to come and hang and do our guitar safari. And we're going to see your video tomorrow morning, and then we'll see you on Sunday.
Yeah. And thank you for the work you're doing over there on your channel. It's always a good time going over there and have a good time, and make an excellent co-host for this show. I'm just saying,
like hell, this is my show. I'm
the co-host. Okay.
Yeah, you want to talk about co-host?
Yeah, I forgot my place.
No, I'm just saying. No, dude, we have a great time, and I appreciate it. It's been funny to see how much fun it is. Like, I thought that it would be a drag, but it's not a drag at all. It's really fun. So
we appreciate that, Josh.
Yes, dude. Oh no, yeah, that's cool. No pictures of peeing into the lake, but pictures of with a cold one by the lake. That's cool. I'll take it. Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Have a good evening.
Love you guys.
Till next time.
What?
That's right.
Come on, people. Charles and me. About to take you on guitar safari. So turn on your computer, turn on your phone. 'Cause it's about to go down, one volume, one tone. Yeah, Charles and me. We're about to take you on guitar safari. Turn on your computer, turn on your phone. 'Cause it's about to go down,